Welcome to the heart of East Africa as we begin our journey with a global perspective of Uganda, a nation defined by its diverse landscapes and the vibrant warmth of its people. Pinpointing this remarkable country on the world map, we transition to its most iconic symbol, the national flag, whose black, yellow, and red stripes represent the African people, the tropical sun, and the spirit of brotherhood, all anchored by the majestic grey-crowned crane. Arriving in the bustling capital, Kampala, we find ourselves in the nation's political and economic heartbeat, a city of 7 hills that has grown into a dynamic metropolis since gaining independence in 1962. Rising from Nakasero Hill is the Pearl of Africa Hotel, a luxury landmark defining the modern skyline with its 5-star hospitality and breathtaking views. As we continue through Kampala city, the skyline reveals a blend of traditional Buganda heritage and rapid development, where historic sites meet contemporary urban life. A true icon of this skyline is the Sheraton Kampala Hotel, nestled within 9 acres of lush botanical gardens and long renowned for its legendary status and panoramic vistas. Moving into the wider city area, we see the expanding residential landscapes of neighborhoods like Muyenga and Bikasa, showcasing the city's continuous growth around its historic landmarks. Our path leads us through the upscale districts of Bugalobi and Mbuya Hill, vibrant hubs known for their premium real estate and scenic heights. Finally, we take in the full expanse of the Kampala area at Matungo Hill, a serene retreat where the cool breezes and sprawling vistas of the city and Lake Victoria perfectly capture the essence of the Pearl of Africa. Located in southwestern Uganda, Lake Bunyonyi is a breathtaking natural wonder situated approximately 410 to 450 kilometers from Kampala, a journey of about 7 to 8 hours by road. Geographically, it is the deepest lake in Uganda and the second deepest in Africa, formed over 8,000 years ago by volcanic activity and characterized by its 29 lush islands and steep, terraced hillsides. Historically, the lake is known for sites like Akampine, Punishment Island, where social outcasts were once abandoned, adding a layer of cultural depth to its serene beauty. For touristic purposes, it serves as a premier resort destination for swimming, canoeing, and birdwatching, often acting as a peaceful retreat for those visiting the nearby windy impenetrable forest. While specific annual visitor numbers for the lake itself are not strictly recorded, it is a vital contributor to Uganda's tourism sector, which attracts over 1.5 million international tourists annually. Beyond the water, the hills of Lake Bunyonyi are alive with the vibrant culture of the Bakiga and Batwa people, where visitors can engage in community walks and traditional experiences that reveal how life has thrived on these steep slopes for generations. The lake also serves as a vital sanctuary for conservation, providing a haven for over 200 species of birds, including the iconic grey-crowned crane, within its delicate and well-protected ecosystem, the adventure capital of East Africa, where the legendary Nile River begins its long journey north. Below us stands the magnificent source of the Nile Bridge, a stunning feat of modern engineering and the 5th longest cable-stayed bridge on the continent. As we glide over the shimmering waters of the Victoria Nile, you can see how this iconic landmark seamlessly connects the bustling streets of Njeru to the vibrant heart of Jinja City. From the lush greenery lining the banks to the vast horizon of Lake Victoria, this is more than just a crossing, it is a breathtaking gateway to the very soul of Uganda. Deep in the heart of the Albertine Rift Valley, Murchison Falls National Park stands as Uganda's largest and oldest protected wilderness. Geographically, the park is defined by the mighty Victoria Nile, which bisects the landscape before being forced through a narrow 7-meter rocky cleft to create the world's most powerful surge of water. This dramatic terrain transitions from lush tropical forests and riverine woodlands to vast, palm-dotted savannahs that stretch toward the shores of Lake Albert. As a premier destination for ecotourism, the park offers a unique intersection of powerful hydrology and diverse ecosystems, making it one of Africa's most significant natural corridors for both land and aquatic life. Moving from the thundering water to the open plains, the landscape is dominated by massive herds of African buffalo, a powerhouse of the savanna and a proud member of the Big Five, often seen grazing in groups of several hundred. Towering above them is the Nubian giraffe, formerly known as the Rothschild's giraffe, which finds one of its most important global strongholds here in Murchison Falls National Park. Easily identified by their creamy, unpatterned lower legs, these gentle giants can reach heights of nearly 6 meters as they browse the high acacia branches. Watching these two iconic species coexist against the backdrop of the park's palm-dotted horizon highlights the incredible biodiversity that makes this protected wilderness a true natural wonder. Along the fertile banks of the Victoria Nile, 2 of Africa's heavyweights rule the landscape, the African elephant and the hippopotamus. While massive elephants act as nature's architects by shaping the riverine forest, pods of semi-aquatic hippos fiercely guard the water's edge. From the rocky outcrops of Murchison Falls, olive baboons sit quietly, watching over the vast savanna as the morning unfolds around them. Not far away, along the gentle banks of the Nile, a yellow-billed stork stands tall and patient, searching the shallow waters for its next meal. In the open grasslands, the elegant gray-crowned cranes walk gracefully together, their golden crowns shining in the sunlight while a buffalo rests in the distance, completing the wild and peaceful scene. Closer to the forest floor, a small red squirrel appears, busy and alert, holding its food carefully as it pauses for a moment before darting away again. Seen from behind, the tiny creature sits calmly among fallen leaves, a quiet reminder that even the smallest animals bring life and balance to this powerful land. From the largest birds and mammals to the smallest forest dwellers, Murchison Falls is a place where every heartbeat, every movement, and every sound forms part of one living, breathing wilderness. Our journey begins with a sweeping aerial view of the lush, rolling hills of Kisoro in southwestern Uganda, where a thick morning mist often clings to the deep, fertile valleys. As we move across the landscape, we witness a remarkable feat of biology-oriented engineering, the ancient practice of contour plowing and bench terracing. These hand-carved ridges are essential for life on such steep terrain, transforming nearly vertical slopes into productive, staircase farms that prevent soil erosion and conserve precious rainwater. The region's volcanic soil, enriched by the nearby Virunga peaks, supports a thriving agricultural cycle. Farmers here follow a bimodal rainfall pattern, with two main growing seasons, the long rains from March to May and the short rains from September to November. This allows for a continuous harvest of staple crops like Irish potatoes, beans, and sorghum, which are not only local essentials but are also transported to markets across the entire country. As the camera descends toward a small village, we enter the heart of the Bafambira culture. The people of this region are known for their extraordinary resilience and hospitality, living in close-knit communities where traditional songs and dances are still a vibrant part of daily life. This area is also a global hub for adventure tourism. Kisoro serves as the gateway to the Imgahinga Gorilla National Park and the Bwindi Impenetrable Forest, a UNESCO World Heritage Site that is home to more than half of the world's remaining endangered mountain gorillas. Beyond primate trekking, the landscape offers world-class volcano hiking on peaks like Mount Mahabura and serene canoe excursions on the tranquil, crater-lake waters of Lake Matanda. Whether it is the aroma of high-altitude Arabica coffee brewing in a hilltop home or the sight of the sun setting behind the volcanic horizon, this is a place where nature, tradition, and tourism coexist in perfect, breathtaking harmony. In the sun-drenched plains of East Africa, the Karamojong people lead a resilient and simple lifestyle deeply connected to their ancestral land, where every day is a celebration of a rich culture that has stood the test of time. Their identity is woven into the very fabric of their society, as young girls meticulously practice the art of hand-weaving, preserving intricate patterns that tell the story of their heritage through every vibrant thread. The village pulse is kept alive by the rhythmic, steady thud of women using traditional wooden mortars and pestles, a vital ritual that transforms the earth's harvest into the nourishment that sustains their close-knit families. This bond with nature is mirrored in the unique sense of beauty, where children are adorned with delicate leaf decorations, creating a living testament to a spirit that remains harmoniously linked to the wild world around them. As the world rapidly changes, these enduring traditions remind us that true wealth is found in the strength of one's roots and the quiet dignity of a life lived in balance with the earth, proving that these ancient rhythms are as essential today as they were centuries ago. Located in the Indali Kasenda crater field near Fort Portal, Lake Nyinambuga is a breathtaking volcanic crater so iconic that it is featured on the Ugandan 20,000 shilling banknote. Geographically, it is part of a cluster of 52 ancient craters formed by explosive volcanic activity thousands of years ago, creating a dramatic landscape of deep, emerald green waters surrounded by the lush primary forests of the Kabarole district. Culturally, the lake is steeped in the folklore of the Toro Kingdom and the legendary Butembuzi and Chawezi dynasties, serving as a powerful symbol of national pride and heritage. Today, it is a premier touristic destination for ecotourism, offering visitors world-class hiking to top-of-the-world viewpoints, birdwatching for the great blue taraco, and luxury stays at the Indali Lodge, which perches directly on the crater rim overlooking the water. To get the most out of your visit to Lake Nyinambuga, plan your trip during the dry seasons from June to August or December to February for the clearest views of the water and the distant Rwenzori Mountains. This period is also perfect for joining guided tours of the surrounding slopes to see the cultivation of world-class Arabic coffee and sweet bananas in the fertile volcanic soil. Bwindi Impenetrable Forest is a rare and ancient UNESCO World Heritage Site where mountain gorillas and chimpanzees live side by side, offering a unique opportunity to see our two closest living relatives in a single habitat. While the gorillas are the primary attraction, Bwindi's high-altitude chimpanzees are fascinating residents that have adapted to the steep, rugged slopes of southwestern Uganda, exhibiting incredible intelligence and complex social behaviors like tool-making and political alliances. Unlike the calm experience of gorilla trekking, tracking these chimpanzees is an adrenaline-fueled adventure where their loud, echoing, pant-hoot calls guide you through the dense vines and ancient hardwoods of the canopy. Because these chimps are less habituated to humans, every sighting feels like a raw and authentic reward, supported by vital conservation efforts and local cultural traditions that treat these primates as sacred guardians of the forest. Protecting this endangered population is essential for maintaining the ecological heartbeat of one of Africa's most biodiverse regions, reminding us that Burundi is not just a gorilla kingdom, but a vital sanctuary where we can reconnect with our own wild heritage. Welcome to Kadepo Valley National Park, Uganda's most remote and breathtaking wilderness, often celebrated as the true African wilderness and one of the finest landscapes on the entire continent. Nestled in the rugged northeastern corner of the country within the Karamoja sub-region, this expansive park covers approximately 1,442 square kilometers and is defined by its dramatic valleys and the towering Mount Moringal, which reaches heights of 2,750 meters. Reaching this untouched frontier is a true adventure, located roughly 520 to 700 kilometers from the capital, Kampala, requiring a scenic 10 to 12-hour drive or a convenient 2-hour charter flight. Once there, you will encounter a predator's paradise and the only place in Uganda where you can spot cheetahs and ostriches roaming freely in the wild. The savannah is teeming with diverse life, including massive herds of over 4,000 buffalo, majestic lions, elusive leopards, and the rare Rothschild's giraffe, making it an unforgettable destination where the raw beauty of untamed Africa truly comes to life. In the open plains of Kadepo Valley, graceful antelopes move quietly through the tall grass. Always alert, they pause, listen, and continue grazing in Uganda's wild and untouched landscape. Across the wide golden savanna, herds of elephants move slowly and confidently, shaping the land as they travel. These are African savanna elephants, the largest land animals on Earth, living in close family groups led by experienced females. Their powerful presence keeps the ecosystem in balance, opening paths through thick grass and searching for water. In this remote wilderness, only a few hundred elephants roam freely, making every sighting rare, peaceful, and unforgettable. In Kadepo Valley National Park, lions rule the open savanna. Often seen resting on termite mounds like this, they use the higher ground to scan the endless grasslands for prey. These powerful predators move silently through the plains, hunting antelope and buffalo in coordinated pride formations. For visitors, the experience doesn't end here. You may also encounter elephants, cheetahs, giraffes, zebras, and large herds of buffalo roaming freely across this untouched wilderness. Uganda is not just a progressive or developing country, it is a land of deep culture, breathtaking biodiversity, and endless stories waiting to be discovered. From the warmth of its people to the rhythm of daily life, this country offers something far beyond what words can describe. Nature has gifted Uganda with extraordinary beauty, and everywhere you look, there is something new to explore. From the calm shores of Lake Victoria to the flowing waters of the Nile River, life here moves in harmony with nature. The landscapes change from green forests to open savannas, each filled with unique wildlife and hidden wonders. In the remote beauty of Kadepo Valley National Park, the wild feels untouched and pure, while the vibrant town of Entebbe welcomes visitors with peaceful views and rich history. Uganda is a place where tradition and nature exist side by side. Every village, every smile, and every sunset tells a story of resilience, simplicity, and connection to the land. It is a destination where you don't just travel, you feel, you learn, and you remember. This journey shows that true beauty is not only in famous cities or modern skylines, but in the spirit of people, the sound of wildlife, and the colors of untouched nature. Uganda invites you to slow down, to observe, and to appreciate the richness of life in its purest form. So make your bucket list for your next adventure. There is so much more waiting to be explored: hidden landscapes, unique cultures, and unforgettable moments. Uganda is not just a place you visit, it is a place that stays with you long after the journey ends. If you enjoyed this journey, please like, share, and subscribe, and press the bell icon to stay updated with new videos.